social media have a lot to play on getting your visa.
You're 22, you're 22. Tú atajando.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Just Trish. So I was supposed to do this video from quite some time now, because maybe like a month ago, because I've gotten like a lot of questions about this process and all of that. So I'm going to say some things now, and if we can help and you can take away something from this video, but if you want more information, you can always come into, just send me a DM, right? All right, so I'm gonna start this because I don't want this video to be too long, but I want it to be very informative. All right, so all right, I I I I, I did this already, but I don't want to repeat myself with what I'm going to say, but I want to like touch on certain things. But maybe I might say a little bit of things that I've said already, but I hoping that I don't say much of what I said before in previous video. Right, all right, so this process is the US visa, because apparently people like that topic, and apparently people want to know more about that, the process and everything, right? And as I said before, it was my second time doing it, and I'm trust me, let me say this, let me put this out there. You see, if I knew what I know now, trust me, I would have gotten it from that time. Even though people are gonna say, all right, it was the time, it was not the time, or sometimes it depends on what you know at the time. And sometimes it's just like when you do work at school and you get a tick or you get a wrong, and you go back down and you try to work it out another time and get it. So maybe this is my thing where I went there just to learn and come back and fix whatever I did wrong. But some people would have said like, oh, um you can apply, because the thing is, let me say this before I said that part. All right, when it comes on to like visas and stuff, right? The thing is, you see, if you apply, like say apply January, some people just apply all March again, apply all two time within a year. So what I'm saying is this: sometimes what they are looking for is, if you go January, you need for like change something in your life. Sometimes if you put the same things on there, sometimes it's the reason why you don't get it the second time and the third time, because sometimes you have to go back to back, back to back, back to back, and you not give yourself no time for anything to change. Sometimes what change on an application form is your age. Sometimes much not change, but your age changes. Sometimes they're saying maybe you get older now, so let me give you a try or whatever. I don't know, but sometimes something change. So some people that gonna say, oh, I'm gonna go 5 times, I'm gonna get it the 6th time or what. I'm gonna change nothing. Your age change. Something change on it, right? You can't just keep going and going and you're not fixing yourself. You have to fix yourself. Look on your application form and what you put on it and see what you can fix. Take the time out to work on yourself and have growth, because sometimes you need growth. So what I did was, I took the time, even though it took me a long time still, but I guess because COVID did come in, and the old backlog and stuff, that is the reason why I never got to, because the backlog, because I had planned initially to go there, I think 2020 or 2021, one or two, but COVID was there, so the backlog and stuff, so I'm gonna have to leave it alone. But then by that time, a lot of things changed in my life, right? So when I was doing the application, I was like everything in my life changed, and changed for the better. So no, I wasn't a runoff risk to them. Mind you, some people can tell lie, and get through. It's all about the lie where you tell us the lie convincing enough. So people go boast and say, oh, I tell people lie, I'm go through and whatever. Because you can't tell lie good and your lie seem true. If your lie seem wrong, even if your truth sound wrong, you will still not get through. The key is to not be nervous. Answer your question them correctly. Know what you put on the paper, because they're not going to ask you about anything that you did not put on the paper. You see, if you can't answer the question them correctly and properly, what them put on the paper, where you put on the paper, because remember now when you go there, them look on your application right away, So them ask you what you put. If them ask you a question and them seem like, no man, me not like how you answer that. Them ask you and them start probe you. Anytime them start probe you with a lot of barrage of questions when are related to what they on the paper, is because you're not convincing enough. They don't trust you. You're not building no trust at that time, because that happened to me the first time, because the mistake that was made on my paper, they keep asking me a lot of questions relating to that mistake, and me never prepare for them additional question there, because me I say, how that relevant? But because they wanted me to convince them that, hey, it was really an error, right? The next thing you want to do is you just want to make sure so you use the correct persons that overseas. And then me never use somebody really correct overseas. You understand? I know me never know say. You must always remember, because the first time I did not know, and me tell you say, all them things here what me know now, I didn't know then. But now me know say, be mindful of who you put for the address. I may never be mindful of that. So the address too, what I put on the first application, it kind of implicate me as well. The error and that, because they asked me about that person and it seemed sketchy. And I think they probably pull up the person and they were asking me a lot of questions about the person, which me never know. Is recently when I went back, I realized the reason why they kept asking me about that person. So 2 factors was the problem on the first application. So the thing is, you have to be mindful of whose address you use in the States. Right? You have to mindful say, make sure say you don't use somebody that is on a visiting visa. You don't use nobody will run off and all of them thing there. Use legit people. Firstly, the next step is, if say you're in a relationship and you put say you're in a relationship out here and you just go over there to a random man, sometimes you're gonna need to explain that to them when you go up there. So it's a lot of things there where you need to do. And me I try to cover, because I didn't say this in the first video and all of that. So as I say, you have to be mindful of what you put on them. Please, you have to remember what you put on there. You can't know say, oh, me do the application January and me not go get for go the interview until say July. So you forgot all about the application. Remember, them can call at any one, a date can open up at any time, So why wouldn't you study what you put on there? It's just like an exam. And you go there for convince the person say you need it, And if you can't convince the person say you need it, remember say them see everything on paper, Them see everything on paper. Everything on paper might look legit. But what them do now, you have to go in to convince them with the interview. So if you can't convince them with the interview, what it makes sense here go? You need to be confident but not too overconfident. You need to be polite. Smile a bit. Don't be too uptight. All of that. If you're gonna wear, because sometimes some people go there and wear something like, don't put on a bag of makeup when you go there. Because me see one girl go there with this bag of makeup on, but not do too much. Dress down a little bit and all of that. Because when I went, I dressed down a little bit. I wasn't like my usual self. But they have been nose ring. I take out my nose ring. They have been tongue ring. I take out my tongue ring. all of them. So because I don't want nobody to get the wrong impression of me. So I do all of the necessary things to just be, just look decent and all of them things. Because I don't want how me look play a factor of me not getting it. So I did all of that. I make sure I one bob hairstyle, all of that. Me wear something decent, go there. I see enough people go there, them just a show out, and then this one particular girl, I look on her, she never gets it. I don't know if it's because of how she look or whatever, but she her face full of makeup and she just overboard with it. I'm like, go there subtle. Go there and looking subtle. That's what you should do when you go there. Right? Remember, it's just one day, and you now spend the whole day there depending on what time is your appointment. So why you can't just spare one day and dress down and be, looking respectable and all of that. Just take one day and be that type of person because you know what is at stake and you know what you want and all of that. So, dress accordingly, just work attire, just dress down a little bit and all them, so because they do look at those things. What, by the time you reach up to them already write you off. Cause some of them, trust me, some of them for real can just have some of them rough. I'm not gonna lie, some of them rough because the two time I was there, I remember the first time a lady, the lady that I got was rough. Honestly, that lady was rough. When I went there, another lady was rough because she was like roughing up and neck another person, like and all these things. And the main thing that when you watch, don't say in your mind, say me no want God a person there. And I said this before, do not say that in your mind. Once you say that in your mind, are the same person the way you don't want God, you're going to end up go. Please do not say things, because things sometimes manifest. So not say them things, just go there with an open mind, go there with a mindset saying that, oh, me I go get it. And the next thing we are not to do too, nobody try skip nobody in the line. Because you know what? Sometimes when you skip people, you skip out your blessing. If you want to look upon it as that, you skip out your blessing. Just go. Go as how you're supposed to go. If you're there the line, you stay in it. If somebody say if you come out, then you come out. No skip nobody because there's somebody in front of you. Them could not even go get the visa, but you skip them and then you end up get for them fate. Because sometimes you skip your own self. So just according and everything, because that's what I did. Because may I say, may I go just be, more look the perfect word for say that. But me just do what I need for do, and a lot of things, as me say, a lot of things change. And me tell you say, them everything you said, them look it up. Cause me I tell you say, when me put my channel on them ask me how much the whole how much subscriber I have. Suppose I couldn't tell it, that seemed like a lie me I tell, and me no know nothing and all them things. And because them a bring up everything on there. And the next thing is that you must mindful say social media have a lot to play on getting your visa as well. People don't know this, People don't know this. That is the reason why them ask your feed on the application. Because them are going to dry it up and look what type of person you are on social media. So you need to be mindful of things where you post as well. If you post a lot of provocative stuff on your social media, take them off. When you go do your interview, take them off. Because them things they can play a vital role. If you stay if you're bagger, kind of come out of the bagger a little bit. If you know so you're going to do them. Just certain little things play a big role. Social media play a big role on a lot of things. And we need to be mindful some of the time them what we post and say and all of them things. Because say for instance you're a violent person, you always plead violence on internet and all them something there. And them draft up that and say you're violent. They're not gonna give it to you. So you have to make sure say you do. These are some of the pointers where may I tell us. Say if you know, say if you have some changes to make in your life, go ahead and make those changes in your life. Because when I ask some people when them text me about that, I may say, you need to change some stuff. Of course, I can forge things or whatever and them things there, but make sure so if you do them things, make sure say it's all true. No, that's not true. You know You get what I'm saying? But yeah, those are little pointers where me I try to say study what you write, what you put on the application, practice of on-site, and nobody apply back to back to back to back and nothing not change. Not if your age not change. It don't make no sense. Be polite. Dress um properly when you go. Just mindful of your social media thing where you do. Make sure say who you put on there, them in good standing with over over there, all of that. Those are just some pointers and them stuff. But if you want to know more or want to learn more about your to get your visa, people that you don't know nothing at the first time you go and them think that before you go, you can link me. If you know you go or you go, do it, link me all them something they get pointers, me can give you a one-on-one session and everything. Just hit me in my DM at Trishsassyy and I'll be happy to go over everything with you. For more info, you know what to do. So if you have reached to this end of the video, I hope for those who went there already, this you know what you did wrong and all of that, and you know it's not the end of the world if you don't get it. You can always try back. Just fix what you need to fix and all of that. So I hope it was informative to some people and with informative to sort that out with God.
I just want